Hi guys, in this video, let's talk about how we can vibe code an N8N workflow using Claude. So in this case, what we want to build is an email classifier. But instead of us doing this manually, we want to offload this work to Claude. So I have a prompt right here, and soon enough we're going to use this prompt inside our Claude. But let's go through the prompt. So, like I said, we want to build a Gmail classifier. So the prompt reads, you are an N8N workflow expert. Create a complete, ready to import N8N workflow JSON for an AI-powered Gmail email classifier. So we want to be able to classify emails. And if you're not sure what that does is whenever an email comes through to our inbox, it should be able to classify that email based on the subject and the body, and it should classify them into these uh, categories. So we have agent emails, invoice, newsletter, spam, or personal emails. So anything else that doesn't fit these other categories will just be categorized as personal. So the workflow should trigger on new Gmail emails. So whenever an email comes in, it should then send the email subject and body to OpenAI to classify it as the following categories. And then we're going to use a switch node to route the results. So basically, based on the classification, we should be able to route it to a switch node through a switch node to a Gmail action node that will then classify the actual email into the above categories. And then we are saying apply the matching Gmail label to the email. So use the placeholder text for all credential IDs and label IDs. So in this case, what we're trying to do is to say everything that we have to provide an ID, then you should just add a placeholder to it. So with that said, let's try to build this using Claude. So I'm going to open my Claude inside my browser, and this is a new chat. I'm going to paste all that prompt. All right, so from here you can see that it has created the workflow, which is a JSON file. At the moment, we're going to go ahead and download it. But before we do that, you can see it has some instructions as well here. It talks about the whole workflow architecture and says there is a Gmail trigger, and then it prepares the email data, and then OpenAI classifies it. It extracts the classification, and then there's a switch which outputs into 5 Gmail label nodes. And we're going to see that in action. And you can also see there is a summary here. There is a Gmail trigger being used. There is another node that prepares the email data. And then there is another one that classifies the email. And it uses ChatGPT 4.0 mini. So let's go ahead and download this. And this is it. So after downloading it, I'm going to go ahead and upload this. So to upload this, you're going to go right here where we have these 3 dots. I think it's 3 dots. So we're going to click that. And then there are 2 options. You can import from a URL or import from a file. We're going to select the import from a file, which is going to give us our file system. And we're going to select the JSON file that we just extracted from Claude. All right, so you can see here we have exactly how the architecture was prepared. So we have this Gmail trigger. This is the first node, and it has to be a trigger node. So what happens here is every time when a message is received, this is executed. Of course, for that to happen, then it will mean that we have to change this from inactive to active. All right. Yeah. So we have this Gmail trigger. For now, for test purposes, I'm just going to run it. So it fetches the latest email from my Gmail account. And this is the latest email. We can see the subject says Claude contacts 30,000 potential clients a month, fully automated. So this is the latest email that I have in my mailbox. And then we have this function which prepares the email. So let's see what this does. So what this does is we have the subject here, and we have the snippet and the body. So from here, you can see that we are taking this snippet here, and where are we getting the body? So item json.text, item json.text, which is so we don't have item JSON text, but I think this is just a fallback sort of. So it's saying there should be item JSON text, or if it's not there, then you can search for item JSON HTML. I think this is just based on whether that email is in it is an HTML email or just a text format. I think I'm not sure about that, but I think that has to be the case. And then we have if these fail, then it can fall back to the snippet. And the snippet is this one. We've already uh, figured it out. So this is the snippet. And then what we're doing is we have the subject here and the body here as well. All right. So if we test this, so from here you can see that after learning this, it is giving us almost the same input or output from here, but which is just standardized. So we know the subject is always going to exist, but the body we are not sure. So we are trying to standardize it by making sure that the body is always available. Because yeah, right here we have the body and it is getting from the snippet, or if there is an HTML value, or if there is a text value. So any of those. So we're just making sure that we have the body right here. And we also need to get to the OpenAI. And this is the OpenAI node. Now, this is a more common problem that you're going to face or discover when trying to vibe code with Claude or Anti-Gravity or what else. You see that most of the times it does, sometimes, not most of the times, but sometimes it doesn't use the node that is the most updated or the node that you would want it to use. So in this case, you can see it hasn't used the node that we want. That's why here we have a mismatch. It says the value chart is not supported. We're going to fix that in a moment. But other than that, we also have this Gmail action nodes. And if I look at this, you see that it is saying we have the Gmail is connected to the Gmail account. And then the action is message. The operation is add a label. So we want to use this to add a label. And here we are just going to make sure. If you remember, we said the default should be just something we should give it a certain default. But then we can select here. And since this is urgent, we can check the urgent label and use that, and we can do that for all the rest of the nodes. But then how do you make sure that you have all these nodes available? That's how you can do that by going to your email address and making sure that you've created all these labels. So to continue with fixing this, what I'm going to do is just to add an OpenAI node, right? Like this one, I'm going to choose select a model. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click this one and click copy. I'm going to come back to this platform, Claude, and I'm going to say, please use this version for the OpenAI node. And what I'm pasting here is the JSON format of the nodes. It contains the node version that we are using. You can see the type of the OpenAI model we are using. It's N8N nodes, LangChain, OpenAI, and it also has a version. So this will give an idea to Claude of the very specific node that we want to use. All right, so it says it has updated. It has updated. So what I'm going to do is we're going to download this again. All right, and then go back here. Unfortunately, we have to remove this whole thing, and I'm going to add it again. And now you can see that it is using the collect OpenAI node. And if I open this, you can also see that it has included the prompt itself and everything that is necessary. So this is a working functionality. I'm going to go here and just replace this with the correct labels that I already created in Gmail. So for this one, we have urgent. I'm going to remove this. That should work. Right. So now it's time for us to test the workflow. So what I'm going to do to test this workflow is, first of all, we're going to set this to active. And once we've done that, we are going to go under executions. This is where we're going to see how it's being executed. And then once we've done that, I'm going to send myself an email and see how it goes. So I've sent myself an email. Let's see if it responds. And you can see this is the execution. If I check the execution, you see that it has executed successfully and this has been labeled as a personal. So that is it, guys. If we go back inside the inbox, you can see here there is a new email and it has also been labeled as personal. Basically, this is how we've created this project or this N8N node without us hard coding everything or without us doing this manually. We've allowed Claude to do this for us. So just think of the things you can build using this approach. There will be so many challenges as you're doing this, but I think as you are learning the skill of using Claude at the same time building workflows, I think you get better each and every time you do this. So let me know what you think in the comment section below, and let me know what you would want me to build next.